Alright, what are you playing there?
Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, you like that game?
Yeah.
Why do you like a 64 game when you're living in 2023 and you have all the things that you could ever possibly need, like the Nintendo Switch?
Because there's also classics. These are good classics.
Have you ever played Goldeneye?
No.
Goldeneye is a classic. Actually, let's see if we have it. So this is all I have left, apparently. I don't know where my Goldeneye game is. We have Shadows of the Empire. Whoop. We have Smith's Bomberman Hero. We have Gex 64 and Super Smash Bros. Donkey Kong Mario Kart 64. So we need to figure out how to play Goldeneye. And we're definitely not going to play the Switch port because honestly, I think it sucks. All right, do you want to build a PC to play Goldeneye?
Sure, but I don't know how.
All right, well, let's start building it now.
So seeing this is her first build, we're gonna do something pretty basic. This is a OptiPlex system with a GTX 1060, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a few other components such as this 3770 and a 500 watt power supply. Let's go over all the PC components. You can say hi to Mr. Camera if you want. So we got, first of all, the power supply. This is actually not a great brand. I don't recommend the GameMax brand, but because this computer is low power, it's not a bad power supply. We can use it. I wouldn't use it in like an expensive computer, but so this is what the power supply looks like. Very basic. It's a little box, and we have 500 watts.
That's pretty a lot.
It's not that much. Next, we have the motherboard, and this, you're gonna actually change the CPU because the CPU that's in there is it's not really that fast. We're gonna put a faster CPU in. Can you read what that one says? All right, next up we have a hard drive. This is really old. We don't use them that much anymore, but some people still prefer them for
budget computers because
you need to put the OS on an SSD. This is an SSD.
Solid state drive?
Yep. And this is a 512, you know what GB stands for?
Gigabyte?
Yep. 512 gig. Then we have 2 sticks of
RAM.
And these are DDR3. This is actually old. This is what your old computer had. Now you have DDR4, but they'll still do the trick. And there's 16 gigabytes. And lastly, take the graphics card. Don't drop it. Hold it. Show the camera. There you go. It's a GTX. Tell me what it is. See if you can figure out where the writing is.
It's a GeForce GTX 1060?
1060. Some people say 1060. Alright, now we have the PC case, and then we're going to use, you're familiar with those, Xbox controllers to play the game. But we got to build the computer first. And out. So here's the new CPU. This is the 3770 non-K. Alright, just be really careful, try to line it up. Does it look like it's in?
Wait, is it?
It's in. And then you want to put it underneath that little clip thing right there. You see it? There you go.
When you say that, you would really think of an actual RAM.
Okay, look. You see all the little gold contacts?
Don't touch that?
Don't touch those. Cutout down at the bottom. You want to line that up with this cutout here. And we're going to use these 2 slots. This one and this one. Alright, you can do this one on your own. Now that you know how hard you have to push it down. There you go, you got it. Nice. Alright, you see that ugly looking fan thing over there?
Yeah.
Grab it. There you go, that's the one. Alright, now...
Look at the goop.
Yeah, we're gonna clean that off. Don't look, YouTube.
Way much better.
So the thermal grease, or thermal paste, that's what we call it, it goes in between the CPU and the cooler, a pea-sized dot.
Can I do a smile?
Yeah, sure. So she says not to judge the thermal paste job, but yeah, be my guest and say whatever you want.
Hey!
Alright, it's time to put the cooler on. You want to, kind of like a car tire, you want to go a couple turns here, a couple turns there.
Never let a 1-year-old do this.
You're not one, Layla.
I know, but
Now put the cable in the header. You see that black clip there? Nice job. So line it up. I'll help you. One hand and the other hand, and then just lower it in. So this is gonna go to here. That. Now you can see the holes, right?
I don't see them.
Right here. Alright, now we're going to hook those two together. You can see that there's a little, you see this little pin thing here? This little clip? Line the clip up with that bottom clip. I'll help you if you can't get it. You got it. Sides. There you go, nice job.
Well done.
Alright, this is arguably the best part of computer building. So you're going to line that top slot up. And put it in all the way. Looks like pretty much. Go. Alright everybody, so we couldn't use the USB 3 because it is in the way of the card. And now she's just plugging in the 8-pin, actually it's a 6-pin. This is an 8-pin cable, but we don't need that one. And yeah, the PC's done, so let's try to boot it now. Alright, this is your first computer. Normally, we would hit this button right here, but this computer is going to turn on automatically because it's an OptiPlex motherboard. So all you have to do is hit that switch. So on 3, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Remember one year I went inside the box and you were like...
Yeah, I knew you were in there.
So here we are, and I set the game up. This is actually a pretty simple thing to do. I will leave a video link down below that does a really good job explaining exactly how to set this up if you guys want to play this game, and I highly recommend it, as this is a really playable version of Goldeneye. It's much better than the Xbox version, and yeah. Alright, what do you think about playing this 1996 game in 2023?
Seems a bit violent. The graphics, I've seen better graphics.
Yeah, you don't think that they look pretty good, even though it's that old?
I guess it's somewhat good for that time.
Yeah, they looked okay. This was actually cutting-edge graphics back in the day. This was like a very impressive game.
That was cutting edge.
What are your other thoughts on the game?
Besides that, I guess it's a somewhat good game. The graphics are now much better in the remake version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have fun playing it and building your computer?
Yeah.
Alright, that's all that counts. Believe it or not, Layla is actually really good at first-person shooter games, but she's grown up on keyboard and mouse, so she's only playing on keyboard and mouse, and using a controller was a little bit harder for her, as, yeah, she's not a console noob. Anyway, more about this PC. This game is one game that's pretty hard to run, believe it or not, using this. The recommendation for the video card that you need to play this game is a 980 Ti, which is a little bit above the 1060 that we used on this PC. Typically, you would want something like a 1070 to match that. So it does really well in other titles, esports titles, Valorant, CSGO, any of those games will run amazing on this hardware. And this is not a benchmark video, but I just wanted to put that out there just in case you were, I don't know, looking for specs like this or looking for a PC that's really cheap. And yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. What is it, buddy?